This is an amazing discovery. Very dangerous. NASA cover up. The sun is being drained of energy by plasma-eating objects, claims physicist. This is not the first time we hear of this. Nassim Haramein has made a terrific production of this. He's made several, for years on end, made several lectures on this. Something very strange is happening to our sun, and there are UFOs and alien beings obviously using the sun for energy source and even, of course, as a wormhole. But this has to do with the sun being drained of energy by plasma-eating objects. Exclusive. NASA must allow the public live access to cameras trained on the sun. This is what a professor of physics has declared as she accuses the US Space Agency, NASA, of a cover-up amid claims a system of stars are feeding on the sun. A system of stars are feeding on the sun? John Austin of Express UK reports. Physicist Dr. Claudia Albers has staggeringly claimed that a system of old dying stars has entered our solar system and that they are feeding on our sun. And she's calling on NASA to allow the public real-time access to the footage, as she suggests the space agency may have something to hide. Dr. Albers' theory appears to be based on circular shapes she has seen in the star's halo in close-up images of the sun taken by NASA's Solar and Heliospheric Observatory, the SOHO telescopes, which is a huge telescopic camera in space. Mainstream scientists say these fears are just camera glitches, but Dr. Albers is convinced that they are dying stars that are approaching our sun. She also made a plea to NASA to allow unrestricted access to the live stream of the SOHO camera if there is nothing to hide. She said, "If there's nothing to hide, then give us a real-time view of the sun. If there is nothing to hide, then open it up. Why do you only give us little snippets with a huge delay?" End quote. Now, maybe they're doing something to the video, removing information so that people don't get worried about what's up there. Dr. Albers has written a number of books on the subject, including Planet X, The Awakening Now. They're making plasma connections with the sun and can make the sun go dark. The sun is getting weaker, says Dr. Albers. NASA scientists have, since the 80s, been saying there's theoretically another planet at the edge of our solar system. Well, NASA does claim that we have a brown dwarf star at the edge of our solar system. That's bad news. But it has yet to be conclusively proven. However, if it is there, it poses no threat to Earth and will come nowhere near us, they say. In a YouTube video with fellow researcher Scott C1, she says, quote, "They are old or dead stars. I never said they were planets. They are stars draining the sun of energy." Quote, "It's like a huge system of old dead suns that have come to the sun and been affecting it." Quote, "They are making plasma connections with the sun and can make the sun go dark. The sun is getting weaker," she says. Dr. Albers is part of the Planet X or Nibiru believer movement, and she has her own unusual take on what Planet X is. Most Nibiru believers follow the theory that a mini solar system consisting of a sun, planets, and moons is lurking at the edge of our solar system with a huge orbit of the sun. These are solar flares in pictures, March 14th, Wednesday, 2018. Solar flare is an intense burst, as you see here, of radiation coming from the release of magnetic energy associated with sunspots. And here we see them. Of course, SOHO images. There we go again. Hold on. Where's that? There you go there. Various. This is November 4th, 2003. There you go again. 2011. M-class flares. ultraviolet wavelength, X-ray telescopes, M7.9 class. And you can see it there on your own. I'll leave a link below for you for this. They are convinced that the rogue system, quote unquote, up there, is making its way from the outer solar system inwards, where it will wreak havoc on Earth as it passes at about 4 million miles away, but causes the poles to switch and great earthquakes and volcanic eruptions to occur. Dr. Albers does not think what is happening at our sun is connected to the original myth of Nibiru. She said, there's no evidence this system is the same system that came through before. However, she agreed that the foreign visitors to our solar systems could cause seismic activity on Earth, and she added these objects are causing changes in the solar system that cause earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. She even has an unusual theory. One of the objects is now orbiting our planet and many more are around Jupiter. She says the Earth appears to have captured one of these objects. There are crustal displacements on Earth, she says. It's not a passing system. It is in orbit around the Earth. It's not passing around us and leaving. No, it's around us. It's a huge system of stars attracted to the sun, and that stays close to the sun once it is in our solar system. She goes on to add, I recently discovered they may have gone from the sun to planets, and that may be why Jupiter went from 16 satellites to 69 satellites. It must have captured something. In an earlier video, Dr. Albers says, quote, it seems that the object is here and it is not alone because there is evidence that there are many of these objects in the inner solar system and they have been coming in towards the sun for many years, end quote. She went on to say that the interstellar bodies make magnetic connections with the sun and create coronal holes. She claims this would weaken the sun and create more solar storms that will impact the Earth. That's bad news, obviously. Albers resigned from the university last July. University bosses have since moved to distance themselves from her theories. Professor João A.P. Rodrigues, head of the School of Physics, said in a statement, quote, the university has recently become aware of various public assertions purporting to suggest that there may be a brown dwarf star in the inner solar system. Well, that's what NASA told us a couple of years back. Yes, they say we have a brown dwarf star at the edge of our solar system. NASA said this. So if Albers says this, what's the problem? She's confirming what NASA just said. Quote, the university, however, supports the freedom of people to hold and discuss contrarian views. However, insofar as the sciences are concerned, the principles of the scientific method must guide the process, they say. Debate outside this framework constitutes bad science, and the university distances itself from such practice. That's why they got rid of her. NASA's Dr. David Morrison said, quote, there's no credible evidence whatever for the existence of Nibiru. There are no pictures, no tracking, no astronomical observations. Yet, NASA came out after Morrison said this and said, yes, we have a brown dwarf star at the edge of our solar system. Quote, I can quite specifically say how we know Planet X or Nibiru, Morrison said, does not exist and does not threaten the Earth. Well, if it was there, would they say anything? Definitely not. People would be panicking. Quote, firstly, if there was a planet headed into the inner solar system that was going to come close to the Earth, it would already be inside the orbit of Mars. It would be bright. It would be easily visible to the naked eye. If it was up there, it would be easy to see. All of us could see it, end quote. I'll leave a link below for you for this on Express UK. This is an article of March 21st, 2018.